things that Dr. Shelton states, she has a chapter in her book called Vet to Vet. So I wanted to share some of her words with you. She said she still thinks it's important to document and work with owners who want to use non-traditional treatment for their animals. Alienating the client is certainly no way to help our patient or result in our inability to learn anything new. Certainly we can discuss the fact that we are concerned with safety issues not being documented. However, I try to remember that when a certain NSAID came out into the veterinary market, we all jumped to use it. However, within months, we started to see some cases of horrible side effects. However, we did not condemn the product. We learned how to better use it and perform blood tests to screen and monitor patients, but right or wrong, the veterinary community continued to dispense the potentially dangerous drug. For some, the benefits outweighed the risk for severely arthritic animals, which would have likely been put to sleep. They could either die from the symptoms of a treatable disease or potentially die from the side effects of a drug that relieved those symptoms. And, we hear that on the human side all the time, is that, well, the benefit outweighs the risk. Dr. Shelton continues that the important element she has found with the use of essential oils in animals is truly related to the quality of the essential oil. Although there are likely to be companies, other than Young Living Oils, which are the oils that we use, that have therapeutic grades of essential oils, I have not found them to be consistent. So that is with all of her studies she has done, and she has done some independent analysis using a gas chromatography machine. If every other batch of amoxicillin you ordered for your veterinary clinic carried side effects or lack of efficacy, how long would you want to carry that product? Wouldn't, right? She further states omitting the usage of truly medical-grade oils from her life is not something she is willing to do. They have become such an amazing part of treatment for pets that to exclude them from her arsenal would be like removing the entire class of treatment from my use. Imagine saying, I will never do surgery again in my clinic. How many pets would suffer? Well, I find the same class of treatment in essential oils. There would be a huge hole in my practice if I were unable to use this modality any longer. All natural remedies seem to find themselves in a position of having to prove themselves. They did not result in a miracle or have some amazing response. We rack it up to the fact that natural remedies must not work. But how many traditional cases in the veterinary hospital have not responded completely to the first prescription, needed a second round of treatment, or just perplex us? We generally don't denounce all antibiotics if our first choice didn't clear up a bladder infection. We just reason that we picked the wrong antibiotic, have a resistant strain, or misdiagnosed a bladder infection. Please look at essential oils in this manner. Remember that every time you wish to use them, you need to think of them like any other veterinary treatment. You must have a good quality, it must be used properly, and monitoring may be desired. Essential oils are not the be-all and end-all of natural remedies and do not replace every medical therapy. However, in my experience, they have powerful abilities that should not be overlooked. And once again, that is Dr. Melissa Shelton. So, what are medicinal-grade essential oils? First of all, an essential oil is the volatile, fat-soluble portion of the fluids in a plant. They contain the aromatic, fragrant compounds of that plant. Many parts of a plant can be distilled, such as the flower, the fruit, the seeds, the leaves, the stems, the branches, and or the roots. Essential oils are the lifeblood of the plant. They are essential for the life process of the plant. And they're antibacterial, antifungal. They provide a viral defense as well as healing for that plant. If you remove the essential oil from the plant dies, right? The essential oil acts much like blood within our bodies. Our blood purifies, protects, and acts as a defense in our body, as does the essential oils in the plant. These oils can perform the same functions for our body as they do for a plant. Aid in health and healing, protect from bacteria, fungi, and viruses, regulate the plant functions, acting as hormones and ligands, promoting homeostasis in an organism, attacking harmful bacteria and leaving the good bacteria, as well as protect the plant from sunlight, excessive heat, and dehydration. When a plant is injured, it weeps essential oils to promote healing and protect from infection. Essential oils can do the same activity for our cells at the site of an injury. Intelligence comes from Mother Nature. Oils do not want to destroy the plant, just like the blood should not destroy our body. Oils need to protect their host from harmful invaders so they can be aggressive when needed. In our body, our white blood cells do that same thing, as long as we're not toxic and our body's malfunctioning. Essential oils are not fatty oils either. Fatty oils like vegetable oil, fatty acids such as olive oil, flax oil, fish oil, etc., are pressed from the seeds of a plant. Fatty oils are not essential to the plant for survival either. They are mainly used for storage of energy for the seed to grow. Although essential oils are fat soluble, they do not moisturize and shouldn't feel greasy by themselves. Essential oils contain hundreds of compounds so complex that not one single oil has been completely analyzed for all the ingredients scientifically. We just came back from a Young Living farm in St. Mary's, Idaho, and for the first time got to be part of the process of distilling sandalwood. Sandalwood has primarily been distilled from the root ball. Dr. Young felt that there had to be more, that there was essential oil that was in the bark. So we had these huge 800-pound bags of sandalwood bark, and we ran that through a grinder. They're picked up by a forklift, and a distiller is 20 feet tall and 8 feet in circumference. And the basically looked like sawdust of the sandalwood went into the distiller. Then we climbed down a ladder inside that distiller. And y'all are way too young probably to remember who I Love Lucy is. But there was a great episode on I Love Lucy where they were stomping grapes. Well, we invented the sandalwood stomp at that time. And it was phenomenal the amount of essential oil that we found in the bark. And it didn't completely distill, so Dr. Young had them modify the distiller to get a complete distillation of that oil. But what happened was there was a compound that was revealed that had never been seen before. So that's what Dr. Shelton is referring to, that even in science, we haven't seen everything.